What do you think?
No, I've seen Iona play a couple times. Actually, I got to know AJ English over the summer. He played on my team at Adidas Nation. So, they're a really good team. They really like to get out and run and play freelance basketball. So I know this is going to be an exciting game for people to watch for sure.
What can you tell us about English's game?
What'd you say?
What can you tell us about English's game?
He's a real crafty, bigger guard. Can really shoot the ball from deep. He's had a couple games where he's hit like 10 plus threes. So, he does a great job of really leading his team and helping them score the ball. So, we're going to have our hands full in that department. But, going out to Denver should be good. The altitude is up there, right? So, I'll be breathing heavy. So it should be a good final time to be in the NCAA tournament.
And one your fans can get to.
Yeah, no, for sure. The fact that it's not too far away, I'm excited that we're in Denver and not Spokane, for sure.
Did you guys see the leaked bracket on Twitter?
I don't know. No. I was just hearing from people that's what game we got, so I sort of expected it. And, it's a blessing to be in the NCAA tournament. We're excited to play Iona.
You made it 4 years in a row, your whole career, you're going to the NCAA tournament. What does that mean to you?
I mean, that was the goal coming in. So, that's one goal I can cross off my list. I mean, we expect to be greatness, around here. So to be in the NCAA tournament is probably where you start. So we're excited that, or I'm excited that I got to do it 4 years in a row, and I don't expect anything less for the guys after me. But, going on who we're playing, Iona's a great team. They've won their league a bunch of years, so they really do a great job over there. And, I remember seeing them when I was a freshman down in Dayton. They really have a good team over there.
What's different this year going into the tournament for you guys than last year? And,
you're not on your high horse. We got knocked out in the first round of our conference tournament, so that was sort of humbling. And, you really got to understand, that you can be beat on any given night if you don't bring it. So, I'm sure they're going to bring their guns. They're a really great team, really talented team. They're talented at every position. And, we're going to have to bring our A game.
Will you guys discuss that at any point between now and Thursday or whatever time tip-off is?
What happened last year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. You definitely don't want to lose in the first round of anything. So I think we'll discuss more, how we lost in the Big 12 tournament and what we need to work on from there, because this is a different team than what we had against UAB. But, we just got to come in and be ready to play some defense and really play Iowa State basketball.
How was what you played throughout the season in the Big 12, the competition, prepare you?
Because every night is a dogfight in the Big 12. You don't have any nights off. You don't have any easy teams. There's no teams you can just show up and beat. You really got to work for everything. So I think that's the biggest thing. We're battle tested.
I wake up every day and it'll be a different part of my shoulder aching. So it's not really one specific part. It's really just day to day, and like I said, man, we just gonna keep working at it, and hopefully it make enough progress for me to play great Thursday.
How about the intensity of the pain? Is it like stabbing? Is it aching?
Yeah, during the Oklahoma game, it felt like I was walking, and it felt like my shoulder was like back here, but it was like even, and it felt like it was pulling. It felt like a pulled hamstring, but all through my shoulder, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it that night, and it was a lot of pain.
What do you think of the draw against Iowa?
I think it's going to be a fun game. I know AJ English scores a lot of points for them, and they like to score a lot of points themselves. So I think we just got to come in with a great game plan and take care of business, and then if we take care of that one, try to get ready for Saturday.
Does the 4 seed show some respect for the schedule you guys played?
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad we got a 4 seed. It just shows how deep this conference is and how much respect everybody else have for the conference. And, hopefully this year the Big 12 can put on a great showing.
Going to Denver, your fans can get there? That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's big time. I know when we get out there, it's going to be kind of hard to breathe. I went out there this summer and worked out for a couple of days, and it was rough. So we want to get out there as soon as possible so we can adapt to the Denver.
Yeah, you guys Denver with the altitude. You were there in Colorado. What was that like for you that time? Did it have an impact on you?
The very first time, I went out there probably 2 weeks before that just to work out. And I worked out there. That's when it really hit me, the first couple workouts. But then I just went out there so when I could get ready to go to Denver, I wouldn't,
Do you think it'll be a concern for you guys? Because you'll just have to quick get in and get out?
it's just all about really how much shape you're really in and how your body is going to adapt to it. I can't speak for everybody else, but when I first went out there, it hit me. But, you know, after a while, you get over it. I don't think it should be, if we get out there Tuesday, I feel like we should be all right for at least the end of the first half of the game.
What do you know about ISU?
Nothing much. I just know they got a stud, good guy at AJ English.
Are you going to be looking forward to, I mean, they play an up-tempo style.
Yeah.
Kind of up your alley, you guys like it?
Yeah, I know they score a lot of points. We score a lot of points. But now in the tournament, we're going to have to grind them stops out. We can't play in the 80s and 90s. And the team got 80 or 90. And it's always coming down to that. If you miss a shot, we got to, man up, lace up our shoes and get some stops.
What does it feel? I mean, you've been talking about the tournament all year. This is what you guys will be remembered for with you now. What's it feel like to finally have it?
I think it's good. Getting a chance to, add to your legacy and add to this season. We feel like it's a new season now, and we still here, man. And we just trying to build on some mistakes that we had in the regular season. I mean, the games we lost, we were so close, but we feel like a break coming soon, and we're gonna try to get this thing rolling.
And how's the show? How did the couple days off help you?
I mean, it's really helped me. I mean, it really helps my legs. I mean, my shoulder is I do so much with it, when I'm sleeping, I don't know how I'm rolling on it. So it's really not giving my shoulder, a rest, because I still use it. It ain't like I still eat and stuff like that. So I'm resting it as much as I can. It just hurts me. I just can't go shoot, when I want to. When I find myself getting up out my bed, I'm finna go shoot, then I forget I can't. So, I mean, that's just the biggest part of my shoulder and just the pain, because it'd be a different kind of pain every day. So.
Did you guys catch wind of that leak bracket that was going around Twitter? Did you see that at all before your names came out?
I mean, they was talking about it, but I was more so just in my zone, really just trying to see where it was going, because you really can't believe nothing that you see. So I just want to see it for myself.
Was it a different situation this year? As you waited for Sunday, or do you look at it more?
The one thing I'm taking away from this year is just last year at this very moment we were on top of the world, and like 3 or 4 days later we were probably at one of the lowest parts of our life. So you can't take anything for granted. You got to take it one game at a time and focus on that one opponent, and that's what we're going to do.
Does that temper your emotions then of today because what happened last year?
Yeah, but nah, I take that back. It don't. It's nothing like getting
It's just more of a mindset.
Yeah, it's just something when you go into that game, you have to know and you have to respect every team. And I'm sure we're gonna do that, and I'm sure we'll be ready to play.
Did you guys see the leaked bracket that came out online?
Well, not really. We haven't seen no leaked bracket, the official, unless it's official. We seen plenty projections, but nothing was official.
Any thoughts on playing in Denver? Different altitude, obviously.
I never played in Denver. I played in Utah once before in junior college, and it was hard to breathe. Monte told me a little bit about Denver. The altitude plays a little bit of effect, but we'll be all right. That's not something we worry about.
What do you know about Iona?
They play up-tempo. They got a great player who can score the ball, and we're going to have to get stops. They play really fast, and we expect that, so we have to get stops.
I mean, you guys, not as much up-tempo this year as in the past, but do you like that, a team that plays into kind of your strengths?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like we got the most efficient offense in the country. I think we're up there, and more chances for us to touch the ball on offense mean we're probably going to get something good out of it. So who don't want to play a team that plays up-tempo, especially one of like us?
What's the biggest change you're going to make as you go into this NCAA tournament prep from last year because of that experience?
Every possession literally counts. Like in the regular season, you play to get here. Right now, everybody's 0-0. I don't care about the seeds or nothing like that. Last year, we were a higher seed and we got upset. Everybody's 0-0. You have to go in there with a focus, and the team that plays the best in March will be the crown at the end. So that's what the mindset we're going in with.
Is the 4 seed about right for you guys, you think?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, last year taught me not to get into the seeds. You got to go out there and play. That's what it's about. It's not about the seed. They don't care if you're the higher seed or the lower seed. They're going out there to beat you. So you just got to go out there and compete and be ready to play.
Having gone through this last year, did it change the feeling for you seeing your names come up there, or is it just as exciting as last season?
No, it's just as exciting, anytime you can make it to a tournament and be a fairly high seed, it's an exciting thing.
What do you know about Iona?
To be honest, not much, but that's why we scout and that's why we prepare.
What do you think about going to Denver? You look forward to that, seeing that city, and it's a experiences out there?
Yeah, I mean, Denver seems like a great place, but more looking forward to playing.
It's nice, close enough for your fans to travel at.
Yeah, and I mean, Cyclone Nation does a great job of doing that, so we're going to love them out there.
How much do you draw on last year's experience and the disappointment from that to make sure that doesn't happen again?
Just don't lose.
Pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
Well, how do you make sure you don't lose?
Just going with a different kind of mentality. Don't take anyone for granted or anything like that.
You're about to enter the NCAA tournament. This is what you guys have been talking about all year. This is where you make your legacy. What can you guys do now over these next potential several weeks for this season?
Like you said, I think we can make a legacy. I think we're very capable of going into the tournament, making a run. Especially, I'm very confident with the seed we got and the bracket we're in. So, looks really good.
What do you guys have to do to ensure that you have that success this week, potentially the next week?
I don't think there's nothing that you can really do to ensure it. I mean, you could just prepare and sing to the level of your preparation. I think that's all you can really do.
Did last year prepare you guys for this in a strange way? Because now you know you can enter. You lose any game, it's over. Jamil just said he's not sure everybody thought that going into that first game. That you just kind of already had yourself kind of ready for that second game.
Well, I don't think it's that we didn't think. Obviously, if you lose, we know.
Yeah.
But I think it was more the fact that we were a little bit overconfident. We didn't think we were going to lose and things, and that's why I think this year we have to take it more of one game at a time.
There's no chance seeing your name come up during the selection show gets old, right?
No, it definitely doesn't get old. We're blessed here. This is the fifth year, in the program, fifth straight year that we've been in. My third straight year. And I've never really had the experience to be on like the edge of my seat, like our bubble team. We've been blessed, to be firmly in the tournament. And I'm just excited to be going to Denver. For my third straight year playing in the tournament.
What is it? Or what do you know about Iona?
I don't know much at all, actually. I'm going to be honest. I don't know anything. But, I'm going to do my homework. Our coaching staff, obviously will do their homework in these next couple of days, and we'll be ready by game day.
Have you ever played in a high-altitude kind of situation like Denver?
My freshman year, we played at BYU, and I remember it was a little different. It just took the day before, just get a sweat going, get up and down the court, and you kind of adjust to it. And obviously we're going to get to Denver, 2-3 days before the game, so we'll be ready for that altitude change.
You guys have talked a lot about the season being most memorable for what happens in March. How do you readjust your focus and take that into account when you're going into one-and-done situations?
Right. I think a lot of our guys, who were on the team last year, just look back, think back at how we felt after that UAB loss and how much of a low point that was in all of our, basketball careers as well, just as in our lives. And it was a huge embarrassment for me, losing that first game, and we had such high expectations for that season and that postseason run, and I'm just going to look back at that, that feeling, whatever it takes, look at pictures, watch the game over again, whatever it takes, and make sure that something like that doesn't happen again.
Is this team, you think, playing at a high level? Maybe its highest level of the season right now?
Personally, I think we're playing really good. Obviously, it might not show that just with our we've lost our last two. Obviously, to Kansas and Oklahoma, really good teams, we've lost to. But I think in both those games, we've had, spurts where we were playing really, really good basketball. And we just got to carry that momentum into this tournament.
Sounds like Iona likes to get up and down the floor a little bit.
Yeah, everybody, it'd be a high-scoring game, I'm sure. Both teams obviously love offense, and they like to get up and down. And so we've got to do a good job getting back on defense, first and foremost, against any good offensive team. And then I'm sure they've got more really good players than A.J. English, so we got to get to work and research those guys.
How nice was this selection Sunday compared to last year?
Jamil and I were talking about that, just kind of like what a team like Monmouth would be doing today. And then I had a couple good kids. Cameron Payne came over to my house. We just kind of watched it together. And then after the show was over, we were going to meet up at the arena. And so we either get in over there and celebrate and have pizza or watch the NIT show. And so obviously this side is a whole lot better. And so, being a 4 seed, really knowing you're in. Life in mid-major is tough. You feel for guys like Bryce Drew. Done an amazing job, had an amazing season. King Rice, same thing. St. Mary's, Randy Bennett, I don't think they got in either. It's tough. And so, that's why I'm fortunate to be the head coach here at Iowa State.
Coach, this has been such a tight group for 3 or 4 years. Have you sensed kind of a sense of urgency, like this is it? It's go time now or never with this group?
Yeah, you know what? I talked to him a lot about the accomplishments and just really put into perspective what all we've done this season. There's a lot of things we've extended. 20-win seasons, 5 straight times, 5 straight NCAA tournament appearances. Like I said earlier, we're 8 top 50 wins. That's the 7th most in the country. Talked about the awards that these guys won this year. This is the 6th time ever in the school's history they've been this high of a seed. 6th time ever in 110 years. And so George is the first player to ever go 4 straight times in the NCAA tournament. So, and then you look at our non-conference schedule, 12th in the country. And so we've done a lot of really good things. I think these guys are excited. Whether you won this tournament, the Big 12 tournament or not, you got a new fresh air right now. You got a new, your heart beats a little different because this is for everything. This is the best sporting event in the country.
Have you had a chance?
Non-conference for 2 months, you've been beating up on each other in the Big 12.
Yeah.
What's the feeling like now facing somebody you've never seen before?
It'll be a lot different because, you're playing Oklahoma for the 3rd time. You're playing all these teams that know you so well, that have played against some of our guys. They've played against George for 4 years. And so it's good to play somebody new, obviously on a neutral site. And so, like I said, hopefully we get a lot of fans out there and can make it a good Hilton West, I guess.
Have you had a chance to look beyond your pod at the whole region?
Not really. I won't even look. We'll just talk about Iona, and then we'll talk about if we're fortunate, Purdue and Little Rock, and then we'll reconvene if we can get through the weekend.
How do you begin kind of your prep? Are there coaches that maybe that you can lean on for?
Yeah, there's a couple coaches I'll reach out to that may have had some interactions or Iona as an opponent, and so reach out to them, and that's all I'll worry about. I'll have other people working on Little Rock, Purdue, if we're fortunate to get that far. But I'll have everybody on our staff watching Iona right now because it's the most important game.
What can you expect out of Monte? I'm sorry.
I think he'll be ready to go. I mean, we still got almost 4 full days before we play, and so, we'll just do rehab. We'll keep working. We'll try to continue to get the muscles feeling good, and then it's game on. And he's always been the best when he's been needed on the big stage, and so I don't expect anything less than Thursday.
What are your guys' work hours like today and the next few days?
We'll go back. I'll meet with them right now. I'll head back right now. I'll meet with them. I'll break up the scouting assignments. I'll try to probably watch 2 games tonight, and then we'll meet back in the morning and kind of put our heads together about what we want to do in practice that day. Watch a couple more games before we meet, and we'll have a team meeting at 2. We'll practice from 3 to 4. And then probably watch more tape after Iona after that. And then, so when we leave Tuesday, we already have our game plan pretty much in place.
When you were coaching as a 13th seed, did you tell your team the number 4 is going to overlook us?
No, when I was at Murray, I was an assistant when we were 13, and we played Vanderbilt. And, those guys went in there. All these teams, mid-major teams, when you win in 25, 26, 27, you're extremely confident. When I went at Murray, we were a 6, so we were almost the favorite, and that's the first time that school had ever worn a white jersey. And so that was a little different, but when you're winning that many games, you're going to go against a team that's confident, think they can win, and that's why we've got to be good right from the gate and put doubt in their mind right away.
A popular storyline is going to be that altitude in your guys' thin bench. I mean, is that something you even consider, or just you hope the guys get used to it?
Yeah, that's how I talked about it, man. If the earliest we can get out there on Tuesday, the better, because I'd rather even almost leave Tuesday morning and practice Tuesday night there, just to get up and down the floor, because we're not going to practice long anyway, but just to get shots up and down, running, stretching, and just get another 12, 14 hours. But Iona's coming from somewhere in the Northeast. I don't even know exactly where they're located, but they're in the Northeast coming all the way, and so both teams are going to have to deal with the same thing.